politics, our big focus this hour. Delhi police continues its probe into the Jahangirpuri violence. Over 25 people have been arrested so far, including the prime accused Ansar and Aslam. BJP and Aam Aadmi Party have both shared pictures of the accused in each other's party attire, claiming links with the parties. Meanwhile, two explosive videos, one of the STPI's hate protests at Jantar Mantar and another CCTV footage of people gathering sticks, has raised questions of a pre-planned conspiracy. The VHP too is in a face-off with the Delhi police after arrests of two people linked with them and the Bajrang Dal. It's time the parties on the fringe let the police do their job as they continue their probe into the violence. Take a look at reactions coming in on this big story.
दिल्ली के अंदर जहांगीरपुरी इलाके में जो दंगे हुए उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी का क्या कनेक्शन है? क्योंकि दिल्ली में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जो दंगे हुए थे उसमें भी आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग, नेता, पार्षद और विधायक उसमें सूत्रधार थे, उसके मास्टरमाइंड थे। और वही दिल्ली के जहांगीरपुरी इलाके में जो अंसार नाम का या और भी जो पकड़े गए, उनके आम आदमी पार्टी से कनेक्शन है।
जैसे हर बार बीजेपी की घटिया स्क्रिप्ट एक्सपोज होती है, इन तस्वीरों के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी का गंदा और घिनौना चेहरा आज पूरे देश के सामने एक्सपोज हो गया। मुझे लगता है कि अगर किसी आदमी में थोड़ी सी भी गैरत होगी तो वो राजनीति छोड़ देगा।
Joining us live at this point, Pooja Suri, BJP spokesperson. Also with us, Abhishek Dutt, Congress spokesperson. Ved Bhushan, former ACP Delhi Police, is joining us live. Sumit Peer, political commentator, is speaking out. Mohammad Ali Shah, Impar media panelist, also with us live. Captain Shalini Singh, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, also joins the broadcast. Ved Bhushan, let me begin with you first. The BJP blaming the AAP blaming the BJP, the Congress and other opposition parties also speaking out. Meanwhile, there's an SDPI, VHP, Bajrang Dal link also emerging. Amidst this political shill, will the police be able to do their job? Will this hamper the crime branch investigation, or are you sure that they will get to the bottom of what really transpired in Jahangirpuri? Ved Bhushan?
उदय जी, दिल्ली पुलिस के ऊपर लगाए जा रहे हैं। मैं सबसे पहले क्लियर कर देता हूं कि इसके अंदर जी अब कल तक ये एलिगेशन था कि केवल हिंदू पक्ष को अरेस्ट किया जा रहा है। अब तक 25 अरेस्ट इसमें हुई हैं, 8 उसमें हिंदू हैं। हालांकि उसमें मैं फिर डिफरेंशिएट करना चाहता हूं कि उसमें जो दूसरे पक्ष के, हिंदू पक्ष के लोग अरेस्ट किए गए थे वो वायलेशन में है 188 आईपीसी, क्योंकि उन्होंने उसकी परमिशन, ड्यू परमिशन नहीं ली थी, क्योंकि परमिशन अप्लाई की थी। मैं फिर दोबारा क्लियर करना चाहता हूं, देयर वर 3 एप्लीकेशन। फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन 25 तारीख को आई, सेकंड एप्लीकेशन 31 को आई, दोनों की ड्यू परमिशन थी, दोनों प्रोसेशन की। थर्ड प्रोसेशन के लिए एक दिन पहले अप्लाई किया गया, वो प्रोसेस में था, उसकी परमिशन नहीं हो पाई। फिर भी वो दिल्ली पुलिस ने अपनी जिम्मेदारी समझते हुए, और ये पहला नहीं है, इसी दिल्ली शहर के अंदर हजारों नहीं लाखों प्रोसेशन और जुलूस दिल्ली पुलिस ने निकलवाए, जिम्मेदारी से निकलवाए। और मैं एक और जिम्मेदारी से बात कहता हूं उदय जी, यदि परमिशन नहीं थी तो कोई हक नहीं कि दूसरी किसी भी पार्टी को कि उसके ऊपर पथराव करे, गोली चलाए, उनके साथ मारपीट करे। ये एक बड़ी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन चलाई जा रही थी, जिसका क्लैरिफिकेशन आपके चैनल पर किया जाना जरूरी था। बहुत सी ऐसी बातें कही जा रही हैं जो दिल्ली पुलिस के बारे में, वो ठीक नहीं है। पुलिस फेयरली अपनी इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, अपनी ड्यूटी पर खड़ी हुई है, और जो भी बेस्ट पॉसिबल इन्वेस्टिगेशन है। कल लेबोरेटरीज गई, वहां पर आपने देखा कि वो एलिगेशन लगाया जा रहा था कि वहां पर झंडे लगाए गए। हमारे कमिश्नर साहब ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कैटेगोरिकली ये क्लियर किया कि देयर वाज नो सच इंस्टेंस, कोई आयोटा एविडेंस
नहीं। काफी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है, lot of misinformation is doing the rounds, and yes, it's important that just the truth prevails and just the truth is circulated. मगर एक और सवाल आपसे पूछूंगा वेद भूषण जी, क्योंकि कई लोग कह रहे हैं ये बड़ा सनसनीखेज मामला है और बड़ा सेंसिटिव भी है, तो शायद इसकी तफ्तीश एनआईए को करना चाहिए, सेंट्रल जांच एजेंसी को करना चाहिए। आपकी राय इस पे क्या है?
आई एग्री उदय, क्योंकि अब में एसडीपीआई का नाम आपने लिया, पीएफआई का नाम भी इसमें आ रहा है। आपको याद होगा व्हेन शाहीन बाग एंड सीए एनआरसी था, तब उस टाइम भी पीएफआई का ऑफिस शाहीन बाग का जब मंच लगा हुआ था, उसका ऑफिस हार्डली 200 गज की दूरी पर था। पीएफआई इज ए सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एनजीओ है, पर जिस तरह से वो फंडिंग और उनके फंड्स की बात आ रही है, उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन नेशनल इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज के साथ द्वारा की जानी चाहिए, क्योंकि उनके इंटरनेशनल इन्वेस्टिगेशंस की उनको पावर होती है और तमाम जानकारियां उनके साथ में तमाम डिपार्टमेंट साझा करते हैं, मुहैया करते हैं, तो जरूरी है, वक्त की जरूरत है कि उनकी असलियत पता लगे, हु वाज फंडिंग। ऐसा नहीं है कि अचानक ये असला कट्टे फ्री में आ गए, इसके पीछे कहीं ना कहीं कोई इंटेंशन थी, कुछ लोग इसके पीछे थे जो नहीं चाहते थे कि हिंदुस्तान में स्थिरता हो। आपने देखा किस तरह से 12 जगह पूरे हिंदुस्तान में रामनवमी के दौरान दंगे
चलिए
हुए।
आप बने रहिए, आप हमारे संग, मैं आपके पास लौटूंगा। आप राजनीतिक मेहमानों का भी रुख कर लेते हैं इस वक्त। पूजा सूरी ऑफ द बीजेपी, लेट मी ब्रिंग यू इन हियर फर्स्ट बिकॉज द आम आदमी पार्टी इज क्लेमिंग that Ansar has a BJP link now. They're also, of course, blaming the BJP of igniting the situation. How do you react to them? And what is your first take on the investigation lead so far?
Today, first of all, I would like to say what Delhi police is right now saying, that irrespective of the religion, irrespective of any section of the society, police is doing its work without any discrimination, but still there were allegations against the police. Despite they were beaten up, the cops were injured in the whole situation. Now, coming to the point is, as Delhi police is saying that there are people who are Hindus also from the arrested people, among the arrested people. So there is, it's a total false allegation saying that people from one community have been arrested and, the others are not, not looked at in the same manner. Now, today's debate about this violence is, I would definitely like to highlight the issue of illegal immigrants in Delhi. Illegal immigrants like Rohingya Muslims and Bangladeshi Muslims. I would like to ask the Delhi CM, how come he has been giving shelter and protection to these people, and especially the freebies to these people, free electricity, free water, free ration card, and free ration at their places, along with the cash amount every month, just to have vote bank politics with them. So this kind of activity will definitely lead to all this. And my Delhi is suffering.
Okay, I'll get Captain Shalini Singh to respond to that. But Pooja Suri, prima facie, what we need to get to the bottom of is what was the trigger for it, for this violence, who provoked whom, and whom the main accused were acting on the basis of, if it wasn't a spur of the moment crime.
Today it was not spur of the moment and there was no provocation. It was pre-planned, premeditated, just to malign the central government, just to malign, just to demean after a thumping victory of BJP in 4 states. So,
okay, it was a pre-planned conspiracy. Let me bring in Captain Shalini Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party. Captain Shalini Singh, respond to the BJP's charges. They are claiming it's a TMC redux that's happening in Delhi. Illegal migrants are getting shelter and freebies. However, your party has also leveled serious charges. You've claimed an Ansar BJP link. Please respond.
Good evening, everyone. See, BJP is doing best what they are doing always, blaming Arvind Kejriwal for everything. They are best at diverting the topic. What you will talk, they will not talk about that. She just diverted everything. Yes, whether it is a Hindu, whether it is a Muslim, anybody who is trying to bring disharmony or any kind of violence or riot in any part of the country, leave aside Delhi, should be taken to task, should be punished as per law. Always saying that, okay, Arvind Kejriwal is sheltering Rohingyas, Arvind Kejriwal is provocating people to do such riots. So who is taking care of the law and order? Why they are not making a law for the illegal migrants? Why Amit Shah is keeping quiet? Why who is taking care of Delhi police? Who is in charge of Delhi police? They are not, don't speak in between. If I was listening, please listen. They should talk that this was all pre-planned, this was all staged, because weapons cannot come just like that. It was not a planning of overnight planning. It has been well planned that, okay, this kind of violence, this kind of riot will be brought in Delhi, and then they are very good at blaming Arvind Kejriwal, that okay, Arvind Kejriwal is doing this, Arvind Kejriwal is... They brought a Photoshop picture of Ansar to show that he's our person, and now his links are with BJP. He has played a very vital role in helping a candidate to run the election, Sangeeta Bajaj. Now they will not speak about that. The best is to blame Arvind Kejriwal. Why don't they talk about the entire country? Somewhere or the other, you will hear about a communal riot, you will hear about people fighting in the name of religion. Why it is happening? Why they don't talk about price rise, unemployment? They don't have, because
Okay.
they don't want people to progress.
Okay,
They don't
let me
want
enter.
progress.
Let me
They
answer.
just want to divert things and bring hatred, so hatred among people, so that
Okay.
people keep fighting among
Okay.
themselves, and they don't talk of development.
Let me go to Abhishek Dutt of the Congress at this point. Abhishek Dutt, you're clearly, of course, hearing the blame game which has erupted between the BJP and the AAP. How is the Congress viewing this? And will this hamper the investigation which is currently underway with, of course, all sides leveling serious charges, and unfortunately now some unsubstantiated videos also beginning to circulate which could vitiate the atmosphere further?
You know, first of all, let me just make one thing very clear. Terror has no religion. And it is so sad to see on our TV channel people talking about religion. Tell me something, which religion promotes terror? I was listening to the ACP on your TV channel. Whenever anyone applies for any permission with the Delhi Police for any kind of program, there is a format that Delhi Police issues. This is a format which is given to their department. And on the basis of this format, you have to fill in all the information based upon which a permission is granted. Now, when I see this riot, it is a very, very similar style what happened in Delhi in 2020. You're talking about knives, you're talking about patthar being on the terraces, you're talking about pistols, you're talking about people throwing bombs. I was just listening to a reporter. It is exactly what happened in Delhi 14 months back. There is a big intelligence failure. Something is being trying to create, a parallel narrative has been trying to create in our city and even in other states. We are not understanding. This is not good for our city. People going in a procession, carrying swords, there's another group carrying pistols, and point blank they start shooting at each other. Our police forces get injured. It is not something which has happened over 5 minutes. I'm sure someone has planned it to perfection, and the ultimate result is riots in that city, in that place. Who is to be held responsible for this? Yes, there are pictures of this boy who's happened to be in jail at the moment with BJP or Aam Aadmi Party leaders. Someone is giving them protection. Who that person is must be nailed out by the Delhi Police. How do you expect one resident of any place to carry a gun in open or to keep these unauthorized pistols in their house? I'm sure someone is giving them protection, and that name must come forward. Delhi Police must investigate this at the highest level, and those using religion as a scapegoat must be exposed.
Okay, let me get a quick response from Pooja Suri of the BJP. Pooja, please respond to the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party's allegations on your party and your government, considering that obviously law and order in Delhi is under the ambit of the Home Ministry, under the centre. Please go ahead, and then I'll get in the others as well.
Uday, I would like to remind the viewers, when they talk about centre's responsibility about law and order, and when we were coming up with the law of CAA, I would like to remind all of you how there were protests orchestrated at Shaheen Bagh, how CAA was misinterpreted by the opposition, how it was shown as anti-Muslim, whereas it was meant for this purpose only. It was for stopping the illegal immigrants who do all anti-national activities in our country. And at that time, all the opposition just trying to stall the government's initiative to make all these laws applicable. Have you forgotten all this, Uday? You are such a responsible reporter, and you must question the panelists of this opposition sitting here. Why were you going there and standing with the CA protesters who were sloganing anti-national slogans at that time, who were just talking about Jinnah and who were talking about Tukde Tukde gang?
No, but are you, has it been established, are you claiming that Ansar and the others are from Bangladesh, they are illegal immigrants? Has it been established, or is it just a charge?
Uday, in Delhi riots 2020, Tahir Hussain and Amanatullah Khan, you remember how they played a vital role and how the shops of Hindus were burnt in Khajuri Khas with the guidance of Tahir Hussain, who's a councillor of
Abhishek Dutt responding to you.
And how Amanatullah had links.
Abhishek Dutt responding.
Established.
I want to tell
I
our friend from
also
the
want
Bharatiya
to
Janata
add
Party.
one more thing, Uday, here, that how Amanatullah Khan has
Okay, Pooja Suri, here are the others as well.
FIR against
Here are the others.
Amanatullah
Go ahead,
Khan
Abhishek.
by Delhi police.
If
He has ordered
Amanatullah
for
Khan
beheading a
is
temple
involved,
priest.
he should be in
Beheading a
custody
temple
by
priest.
now. Why
How
is the
can you
Delhi
say all
police
these
not
things?
arresting Amanatullah Khan? If Amanatullah Khan is the person responsible, he should be behind bars right away. Who's given him a license to be in Delhi?
Citing his
One, let me
statement
please complete.
here.
Man, let
Delhi
me please
police
complete.
Delhi
Let me
police
please
has lodged,
complete.
Mr.
I
Dutt,
didn't interrupt.
Delhi police has
I
lodged
didn't
FIR against
interrupt. Let me
Amanatullah
complete,
Khan.
please.
He has been
He should be
flagrant.
arrested. Why haven't you arrested Amanatullah Khan?
Please
Who's
give
stopping
me,
you?
let me complete. He recently said
Captain
that
Shalini Singh, Captain Shalini Singh. No, the question is being raised on the Aam Aadmi Party and on Amanatullah Khan. Captain Shalini Singh must be allowed to respond as well.
Uday, I need to come in. Uday,
Yes.
there's a very important point. If this lady says Amanatullah Khan is involved, there's an FIR on a very, very sensitive matter, Delhi police should arrest Amanatullah Khan. Who's giving him a free run to be in Delhi?
Yes, I will reply.
Let me complete. Let
Yeah,
me
Uday,
complete.
may I come in, please?
You know, there are
Uday.
three people. There are three people from Shaheen Bagh. There are three organizers.
You
Shahjad Ali,
please ask Delhi
Dr.
police.
Mehran.
Okay.
Uday, may I come in, please?
Ved Bhushan wants to come in. Delhi police also is being questioned here. Ved Bhushan has been former ACP with the Delhi police. Ved Bhushan, please go ahead. And also, the question is being raised on whether these individuals were illegal immigrants or not. Who will get to the bottom of that?
उदय जी, पहले
I
मैं
just want
आपकी
to make one point.
पहली बात पे
Abhishek,
जवाब
I'll come
देना
back to you.
चाहता हूं।
Let Ved Bhushan also respond.
यस इस दिल्ली शहर के अंदर आज तक 827 दंगे हुए हैं, 827 राइट्स दिल्ली में हुए हैं, 84 राइट्स हुआ है। उसके बाद सीए एनआरसी किसान आंदोलन, इतनी लंबी लिस्ट है। आपका प्रोग्राम खत्म हो जाएगा, लिस्ट खत्म नहीं होगी। तो इस बात पर यदि आप जाएंगे किसके राज्य में कितने हुए, मैं पॉलिटिकल आदमी नहीं हूं, ना मैं
एक
पॉलिटिकल
मिनट
बात करूंगा।
आप किसान आंदोलन को राइट कहते हैं?
राइट
आप पहले 84 के बाद
दिल्ली में रहते हैं क्या?
2020 मैं जानता हूँ 84 के बाद 2020 में दंगे हुए हैं। 2020 में क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप किसान आंदोलन को दंगे
आपको
कहते हैं?
फिगर नहीं पता, आपको
आप
डाटा
दंगे
नहीं है,
कहते
आप
हैं किसान आंदोलन?
अनप्रिपेयर्ड आते हैं, आप बिल्कुल तैयारी करके नहीं आते,
आप किसान
आपको बिल्कुल
आंदोलन
तैयारी
को दंगाइयों के नाम
करके
मत
आपको
दीजिए।
कुछ नहीं पता, आपके पास कोई डाटा नहीं है।
मुझे पता आप क्या बता रहे हो,
डाटा दे रहा हूँ, मैं आपको डाटा दे रहा हूँ, आपके पास कोई
क्या?
डाटा नहीं
दीजिए
है।
डेटा,
827 दंगे हुए, आपको मैं डाटा दे रहा हूँ।
कब हुए बताइए?
मैं आपकी पार्टी पे आपके पार्टी के टाइम के दंगों पर आ गया ना,
आप 10 दंगे बताइए।
पार्टी के दंगों
आप
पर
10
आ गया
दंगे बताइए।
तो आपको
आप बताइए 10 दंगे।
जवाब देना
आप
भारी
उंगली
पड़
नहीं, आप
जाएगा।
10 दंगे बताइए। आप क्या झूठ बोल रहे हैं? आप 10 दंगे बताइए। 10 दंगे बताइए कब हुए?
चलो मैं
पहला गिनवाइए, पहला
आपको बताता
आप
हूँ।
दंगे गिनवाइए।
फौज
आप
काजी
दंगे क्यों
एरिया में
गिनवाते हैं?
आप सुनिए,
आप दंगे गिनवाइए।
लेकिन मैं आपको
गिनवाइए दंगे।
लिस्ट देता हूँ, आपको मैं लिस्ट बताता हूँ।
बोलो
जब
बताइए।
आप
आपको बहुत जानकारी रखते हैं ना।
मैं दिल्ली
आप सरकार छोड़ो, आप दंगे
सुनिए,
बताओ
आप
कब हुए?
सुनने की ताकत
आप दंगे बताइए।
रखिए, आप सुनने की ताकत रखिए। मैं आपको
दंगे बताइए,
दंगे
कब
गिनवा
हुए?
रहा हूँ। आपको दंगे
गिनवाइए।
भूल जाते हैं, आपको दंगे नहीं
गिनवाइए,
पता,
गिनवाइए।
आपको पुरानी दिल्ली का नहीं पता दंगे किस तरह
अरे
होते
गिनवाइए
हैं,
ना
आपको
दंगे।
याद नहीं है दंगे किस तरह होते हैं।
आप
मैं गिनवा रहा हूँ, आप सुना
Okay, let me get in the others. Let me get in the others. Mohammad Ali Shah is also with us, as is Sumit Peer. They haven't spoken at all. Let's allow them a quick word before we come back to you. Mohammad Ali Shah, you've heard out, of course, the other sides on the broadcast. Please come in with your response also. And Mohammad Ali Shah, as far as, of course, the main issue over here is concerned, do you believe it should be about whether these individuals are even citizens of India or not? Or should it be about who has provoked the violence in the first place? Was it an entity like SDPI? Was there a Bajrang Dal or VHP hand as well? Should that be probed as well? What is the core issue over here which should be probed? Mohammad Ali Shah.
PFI also.
You're not Mohammad Ali Shah, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, Uday, I firstly say a high-level probe, an impartial query, an impartial, totally neutral, should be called out, should be known that exactly to ascertain the facts. We should know exactly what happened, and the guilty should be given exemplary punishment, exemplary, so that this thing doesn't happen in future again. We just heard Captain Shalini Singh speak, and I think she spoke so much sense. And I thought she gave a very, very balanced view, totally it wasn't very political there. It wasn't pertaining to her party just because she's from Aam Aadmi Party. But I think she spoke like a proud Indian, like a person, like a common person who can relate to whatever she spoke. And yes, and the guilty should be given exemplary punishment, irrespective of whichever community, whichever party, whichever ideology that person is from. So violence in any form is just totally unacceptable, and it is really, and whether it was pre-planned or it happened as spur of the moment, well, that is immaterial. What is actually important is setting an example and giving an exemplary punishment to the guilty there.
Captain Shalini Singh, I'll allow you to respond. Do we have Sumit Peer with us? Sumit Peer, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost him. Yes, Captain Shalini Singh, I'll allow you to respond as well. Aam Aadmi Party.
So I was listening to ACP Vedbhushan and to BJP spokesperson. See, they are just diverting. So we want to understand that why it is happening, why the law and order is gone like this, that anytime anybody can be picked up. No, there is no fear of police. People are not scared. You saw what happened at CM's house. Goons went there, they broke the property, they vandalized a lot of items.
Let me answer this.
So like, why do you speak in between?
Why do you say goons?
So learn
your words.
BJP is a goon party. And then they garland all those people. Then their president garland those people, and then they want to send a message that you create ruckus, you create violence, and then BJP will welcome and garland them. So if you do such kind of thing, then people will get very much motivated to respond. People will get motivated to do violence. People will. And let me also tell you, these are not normal citizens. They are being trained. They are being manipulated to do such things. And this is where the BJP's political game goes. They don't want to bring education to people. They want to
let me answer.
They will give guns to young children of 15 and 16 and 18 years of age. They will not hand
What about Bangladesh?
What
about Rohingyas? What about your Amanatullah Khan?
What is your... Why Amanatullah? If Amanatullah is wrong,
what about him saying that let the tongue of the priest
is wrong, put him in jail. And if your CAA is so strong, if your CAA is so strong, then please...
What about your appeasement politics of CM?
Don't blame you guys are so scared of Arvind Kejriwal. Whatever happens, this entire country,
anti-Hindu,
entire country, whatever happens, Arvind Kejriwal
is petty politics.
You are just Jai Shri Ram
petty politics. Nothing else.
This is what you do. You have forgotten that we are
is doing all.
Abhishek, that the charge, of course, over here is if it was pre-planned, if it was premeditated, who funded the individuals? Where did they get the weapons from? Perhaps those are also questions that then need to be answered.
There's something very interesting that we must think about it. In 2020, we had Delhi Vidhan Sabha elections, and right before the Vidhan Sabha election, this entire plot of Shaheen Bagh started in Delhi. Those people who were responsible for creating Shaheen Bagh officially on 16th August 2021 joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. I want to ask the BJP panelists, what was the urge to take 3 people who were part of organizing Shaheen Bagh? I will give you their names. Shajid Ali, Dr. Mehran and Tabassum Hussain. They were organizers of Shaheen Bagh after the Delhi Vidhan Sabha elections. Shaheen Bagh finished and all these 3 organizers joined the Bharatiya Janata Party by none other than the state president and the in charge. Now again you've got elections in Delhi. What parallel narrative? It is a simple classic example. 2020 Delhi Vidhan Sabha election, Shaheen Bagh happens. After which Delhi riots happened. And now again, elections are coming in. How can anyone in Delhi has the guts to possess pistols?
Quick last word. Quick last word. Yes, Pooja Suri, I'll allow you to respond. I have to end. Please, very quickly.
Can I come in? Uday, let me speak.
Pooja Suri, please go ahead. I have to end.
Yeah, Uday, I want to ask why Arvind Kejriwal is always giving anti-Hindu statements. He is himself provocating such kind of goons. He is sheltering them. He is sheltering them. Arvind Kejriwal himself is called an anarchist. He has already agreed he is an anarchist Because of him only Delhi is suffering. My Delhi is suffering because of Arvind Kejriwal. My Delhi is suffering. My Delhi is burning because of Arvind Kejriwal. Aam Aadmi Party is sheltering, is giving shelter to the terrorists, is encouraging them by giving them amenities, freebies. Why? Please ask your CM, madam. Go and ask your CM. Why is he giving shelter to these people, protection to these people? Why Amanatullah Khan is not expelled from your party?
Okay, Ved Bhushan, 10 seconds to you. Ved Bhushan, 10 seconds. Ved Bhushan, 10 seconds.
Yes.
Can I come in?
10 seconds, please, quickly, sir.
Uday, can I come in?
Ved Bhushan, 10 seconds to you, please. I have to end. Sumit Peer, I am afraid the debate is over now. I can't go to you anymore. Ved Bhushan, 10 seconds to you.
अभी जो डिबेट चल रही थी आम आदमी पार्टी की, मैं एज ए पुलिस ऑफिसर बात कर रहा हूं। आम आदमी पार्टी बीजेपी का स्पोक्स पर्सन कांग्रेस का नहीं हूं। मैंने इस पार्टी का जन्म होते हुए देखा और आज तक इस दिल्ली में इसी शहर में बड़ा पड़ा हूं, इसी शहर में नौकरी करके रिटायर हुआ हूं। ये जब ये आम आदमी पार्टी का जन्म हुआ था, इनके नेताओं ने वही किया था जो आज इनके साथ हो रहा है, टिट फॉर टैट। इन्होंने आह्वान किया था कांग्रेस बीजेपी के तमाम सीएम और जितने भी मंत्री हैं, एमपी हैं, एमएलए, इनके घरों को घेर लो, इनको घर से बाहर ना निकल दो। ये रिकॉर्ड की चीज है, मैं हवाई बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ये रिकॉर्ड में है, ये रिकॉर्ड में है। अब आपके घर पर वही चीज बैक हो रही है, अब आपको बहुत दर्द हो रहा है।
ओके, चलिए अब वक्त हो चुका है छोटे से ब्रेक का। ब्रेक के बाद भी हमारी नजर इसी खबर पे बने रहेगी। आई हैव टू टेक अ ब्रेक, मच मोर कमिंग अप ऑन द अदर साइड। माय थैंक्स टू आवर पैनलिस्ट फॉर जॉइनिंग अस।
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.